Everybody, is Invicta. It's time for another Eden run here, the Binding of Isaac Victa Repentance series. Happy Thursday, Mosh Pit. I hope you all had a fantastic start to the second half of this week. Hope you're staying nice and cool out there, because man, it's getting hotter and hotter. Like, I cannot believe how hot. What in the world was? That was the battery backup unit going off for a split second. Okay, well, hey, if you're seeing us on YouTube, that means that the recording didn't stop. Woo! Yeah, we actually did test that. Wow, that's incredible timing. Anyway, that kind of threw me off there. Here's your meme of the day, artwork of the day, ambigram of the day, sent in here by, I'm going to say, Fat Sad 420 a while ago. This one kind of got lost in the sauce on this Invicta subreddit, but they the title thread was, they said, decided to make Invicta into an ambigram, and to my knowledge, ambigrams don't necessarily have to conform to one, like, way to interpret it. Like, you can read it back and forth, you can read it upside down or reflected. Really, really cool stuff. I've never actually seen it done before. So this is the first one. So thank you very much, Fat Sad 420, and everyone who upvoted that one. Let's hop on in here. The battery backup unit going off for a split second really threw me for a loop. You guys give me 989 Alpha, Papa 6 Juliet 4. We got Quad Shot and Anarchist Cookbook. That's about it. Yeah, like everything, like I didn't even see the lights go off. It like was a blip for like maybe half of a second. So hey, a real world test right there. I did get obviously I did get the backup unit this time around, which has been tested, and you know, that combined with the generator, now I don't have to worry about ever losing power ever again. And you know, and never. Oh, that was like perfect. I couldn't do that again if I tried. And never having to worry about losing power to like a storm or something like that, especially with hurricane season now starting to wind up. I'm very satisfied with the idea to do all that stuff. So, and yeah, and the fact that the computer doesn't even like skip a beat anymore if the power goes out, that's really cool. So look at that. We actually get the perfect combo here with the reverse stars card and the quarter. The reverse stars card is going to remove our oldest item, which is not going to be Quad Shot, because that is our eternal item. It's going to remove the first item that we took, which is the quarter. Now, the reason why this is perfect is because if we remove the quarter, this does not remove the 25 cents. In fact, if we were ever worried about that, we could just simply go into the store, spend the money, and then use the reverse stars card. But obviously, the reverse stars card is probably going to be better to be used either in the boss room or maybe even the first devil deal. Traditionally, I like to use them in the secret room because sometimes they can lead to some good stuff, but most of the time it gives you just nothing but garbage. And I think that honestly, doubling the amount of devil deal items in our first devil deal is a probably pretty good idea. Ourselves the 5 cents back there, and I think that we can afford to re-roll a little bit because we're rich like that right now. Got ourselves a nice 25 piece. There we go. And one more soul heart will do it. And yeah, we could buy another key. I'm gonna wait on that. So yeah, so this is actually a really good start for us here. I like having Quad Shot at the beginning here. We've also got Purity, which is going to be very useful for us, assuming that we're able to get the tiers or the damage upgrade aura. And you know, it's been a rough, I don't want to say a rough whole week of Isaac runs so far, but the Eden runs particularly have been kind of rough. The Tainted Lazarus run on Sunday was actually still probably one of the better runs that we've had. And then, of course, yesterday's video was just pure madness, pure wackiness. So that's what Wacky Wednesday is for. Super Secret Room should be there. Actually surprised that it's not. It would have been nice for us to have gotten a Soul Heart as well. Bad. Yep. If we weren't going to kill that Diglett, even if we did kill the Diglett, it would have done its multi-directional attack, and we had nowhere to go. So that was a bad positioning call on my part. Definitely deserved to take damage there, and we're just going to go in here. It's going to be old Dookie. With us having a golden bomb, old Dookie is not long for this world. Doesn't matter how many flies you put out there, Duke. You're done. You're done ski. You're donezo. So we are going to get Crackjacks, which gives us basically nothing. And, I mean, we could take Temporary Tattoo, I guess, for now. But, yeah, overall, very good start. I'm actually curious to hear whether or not the APC unit, battery backup unit, if you guys and gals could hear the beep on the microphone to start there. Probably not, because the SM7B like has a lot of noise cancellation on it. We don't deal with this room. Almost walked out. I'm glad I didn't. It was close. Okay, so I think that the operative play here is for us to use the reverse stars card when we get into the Devil Deal. And that is just going to give us 2 extra Devil Deal items for essentially no cost at all. And I think that's a very, very worthy use of a Shoop to Whoop. Of course, we get Shoop here and Shoop to Whoop. Now, unfortunately, Shoop does not synergize with Quad Shot, although that would be pretty pog if it did. But it's still, you know, it gives us that Brimstone shot that we all know and love. You get the 10% damage bonus from saying Shoop to Whoop. Just true. Look it up. Look it up. It's true. It's in the Wikipedia. I don't think it's in the Wikipedia, but it could be. A save Shoop here for the boss. And here's the hope that we get some good tiers upgrades along with the tier effect. Very nice. Okay, Stars card, do us proud here. Now, I'm definitely tempted to skip the Devil Deal and go for an Angel Deal, the reverse Stars card, but yeah, Eye of Belial is a fantastic tier effect for us to have with Quad Shot. I'm 100% going to take it. We can also maybe get an extra payout here with the Demon Judgment. Or not. Yeah. We'll take Eye of Belial. We're going to use the Stars card to the quarter. And we get Money Equals Power and a Thame. Oh, my Gertie. Wow. That is supremely awesome. Yeah, that is, man, what a good use of the card there. Curse the Blind, and of course that's going to lead us into last week's question of the episode on the World of Genesis run, which we have not seen Genesis yet this week, obviously, so, you know, maybe we're due. But the question of the episode on last week's episode was, do you take blind items or don't you? Under what circumstances do you take them if you don't usually, is the follow-up to that question. And it's very apt because obviously we've got Curse the Blind right here. The most upvoted response was from Thygus Metal, and they said, it's random for me. Depends on what my mood is on that run. Also, if I feel like I'll be okay taking a blind item. The only exception would be secret or curse room blind items. Those I won't take under any circumstances. And those specific parameters there are definitely what was the catalyst for us to say no to blind items, period. Because of the presence of Missing No. Now, obviously, there are a few more secret room items that are still okay to take, and with them adding, like, you know, some top tier items like Rock Bottom, like Binge Eater, you know, it gives you a little bit more pause to think about whether or not taking blind items in a secret room is worth it or not. I still don't think that it's worth it, but that's just me. Everyone knows that I'm usually overly cautious, but that's just my play style. But, you know, like play to your strengths. Play to what you're comfortable with is what I say. So another one was sent in by Bo Sammy 2981, and she said, I try to follow a lot of your advice, of the advice that you give, but after a few losses, it's caution to the wind. And blind items, pills, poor decisions are all off the table, or all on the table. So thank you, Bo, for that one. And, you know, and that's, I mean, really, that's just how it goes for basically everyone. It's going to be situational, almost always situational for any decision in Isaac. But there are certain decisions that you can decide to not make or make, whether or not that determines if you're going to be successful or not. We get Toothpicks, which is a much needed tears and shot speed upgrade. Oh boy. Here comes the bravery test here. And we're going to get Dead Cat. Okay, so we get 9 lives, and then we get the mark as well. We might as well take Gimpy as well. Wow. Wow, now we're talking some blind items. And finally, the last one we had was from Vlad. I'm gonna say Vladazaurus. They said, depending on the run, if I have bad items and I'm in the mood, so yes. If I already have a strong build, then no. So again, it highlights what Thaigus Metal said at the top of the last level, which was, you know, depending on the mood, depending on just the situation overall, and that's what I've always said about Isaac and just strategy in general. You don't want to overthink stuff, but at the same time, you know, you have to really sit back and analyze, where do we stand in this run? Can we afford to take a blind item? Can we afford to get re-rolled? Can we afford to get screwed by RNG? All that stuff is really important to understand if it's worth it or not to do. And you will find yourself having better runs because of it when you're starting to think with a little bit more of an analytical mind. So we actually are able to get to a challenge room. And honestly, I think this, for the first time ever, this might be the first time I ever use Temporary Tattoo properly. Yeah, look at that. We get ourselves Pentagram for free. Wow. That's good. That's good. If you don't know what, by the way, Temporary Tattoo is a trinket that is going to give you a chest, like a regular basic chest, if you clear a challenge room with it. And if you clear a boss trap room, you get an extra passive item, like we just got. So that's pretty awesome, especially since it contributes 2 or 3 for Leviathan, since we already got the mark on the last floor. So yeah, this is really coming along here. And obviously Constellation Prize did give us a fire rate upgrade as well. Unfortunately, we still have the range upgrade from Purity, because Purity just refuses to give us anything else other than that. Ooh. The golden bomb once again. So this is a good little this is a good circumstance for us, because we get to go get a full charge on Shoop before we go into that big room, which I don't like going into big rooms without having. If I have the ability to have Shoop to Whoop or Krampus's head or something like that, I would prefer to stay away from the big rooms until after I recharge them. It just makes it easier and safer. Of course, I say that, but then we don't get any combat. So I guess I'll buy booster pack. With diamonds, ace of clubs. Okay, so the ace of clubs here we can use in the big room. That's almost as good as Shoop to Whoop. We can go back and grab the 2 of diamonds, which is going to be great for us having money equals power, but also great for us because we, well, just need more money. We got no more money. You're seeing here Eye of Belial doing work. Anytime we get Eye of Belial, it's always a good time. You know you're going to be taken care of. It's one of the best, most solid tier effects in the game. It goes great with quad shot. It goes great with basically anything. And the piercing is just unmatched. Like, the fact that it not only does it pierce, but also goes through the target and then deals double damage for the rest of its travel, like to any other target in the room, is just phenomenal. Like, you really cannot beat the level of strength that you get out of Eye of Belial. Ooh. Trying to make him hit the bomb rock there, but he just chose not to, so I'll do it for him. We do get Synth Oil, which is going to be another great damage upgrade here. We could go into the curse room, but I'd rather get to the boss rush. Okay. Again, thank you everybody who's been taking part in the questions of the episodes and helping supporting the algorithm. It's just been all it's been doing has been growing, especially since I started making the announcement that we were going to be reading off the top most upvoted comments. People really starting to dive in on that idea, and again, it makes such a tangible difference in the channel. I really cannot thank you all enough for that. I wish I could show my appreciation. Since we're here, I might as well go into the curse room because we're not coming back up here. And we do have a Guppy item, so that we do get the Tears upgrade from Purity, so at least we get that. 7 cents for a basic challenge room is fine. Especially knowing that we're going to get another chest in here because of temporary tattoo. So yeah, we ended up making 10 cents and a bomb out of that. Not too bad, not too bad. The planetarium, no surprise there, although it is Mars, and it would be surprising if we actually took that crappy item. I think Mars should be activatable with your spacebar. Like how to jump, not by double tapping. Oh my goodness. Well then. Choop, you know we love you, but you know, when the goat has arrived, you gotta make headway. You gotta give respect and just step aside, you know? Oh man, Sumptorium, here we go. We're on half of a heart, who cares? Sumptorium for the low cost of half of a heart. Oh, we failed at 78%. Keep the cube of meat. Another Curse the Blind on our boss rush level. Fantastic. For the low cost of a half heart, you can get yourself basically an incubus. And they copy all of Isaac's stats. They copy all of his tier effects. They copy everything. I'm going to take this because, you know, we get an extra... We literally get an extra passive item by doing this. And we have Sumptorium, and it's not going to be a challenge at all. Even though our base stats are not phenomenal, it doesn't matter with Sumptorium. It really does not. Consistently one of the greatest items ever introduced in Isaac. Sumptorium is it. And I will shout that till the cows come home. I don't even have any cows. You see Sumptorium, you take Sumptorium. That's just what you do. Now there are some people who don't want Sumptorium. Some actually even go so far as to say that it's too powerful. And you know, I respect the opinions of others, but I also want to know what kind of amazing designer drugs they're on, because Sumptorium is just an auto win, especially with quad shot, especially if we end up getting Guppy. Take blind items now because basically there's just no risk to us at all. And I mean, we also have 9 lives, so like that also kind of plays a little bit of a part in there. Gonna double our money now. Get Humbling Mundida. And the Battle Ray. Not gonna make a deposit because I want to maintain our damage as much as we can anyway. What was that? Seriously. Red Mom, and she's already almost dead. Yeah, she's dead. Red Mom did not make it. Negative here. Krampus fight. Obviously, Krampus will nuke all of our Sumptorium buddies, and do not want the head of Krampus. But we should be able to get them right back. Do boss rush. Get Angry Fly. Big heart right there. We just need to pile on the Sumptorium buddies. What's going on here? Oh. Now remember, every time we get a red heart, or in this case a double red heart, we just gain more Sumptoriums. Gain more little Claudies, and that's not good for the game. Good for us, it's not good for the game. Because it just multiplies our damage by that much more. As you see here, they do also gain the benefits of purity. These are two enemies that have no chance. They have no chance because we have piercing shots. I'm pretty sure that temporary tattoo doesn't give us any sort of benefit for doing boss rush. It'd be nice if it did, but I'm sure it doesn't. Trying to consolidate the little Claudies as best I can. They're all over the place, man. They're all wild right now. My God. There we go. Now goes boss rush. We get giant cell, which doesn't really matter, and we are smoking. That's what Sumptorium does, man. That's what it does. You give Sumptorium a chance to shine, and it will. Look at this. We get a lot of money, a lot of damage here. Essentially, every single red heart, every single soul heart we get is just more. It's just a damage multiplier at this point, in the most literal sense, because we're literally shooting 4 more shots than we normally would. And now that we're not in a big wide open spot like we were in boss rush, it's just going to be even more painful for the game. 70 cents there, 9.99. 3.9's fine. Like to say in the biz. It's the coin biz. Didn't know. I still don't know anything about coins. I'm still a fledgling coin collector, but it's been fun. I know I've talked about it a lot, but it's been enjoyable. Fortunately, we didn't get any guppy items here. I guess we shouldn't really be surprised, but you know what? That's fine, whatever. We could take Headless Baby to get conjoined as well. That would be more shots on the screen. Got to be down to the. It has to be southeast here. No way, it's not. We're almost at 99 cents, and that is just beautiful. Yeah. Inky Eye with poison shots is going to be real nice whenever it combines with the Eye of Belial double damage. Oh my goodness. This is just a beating. Yeah, that's just, I mean, it's just not even fair. It's so unfair that we're gonna go fight Old Hushy on lap 1. That's right. Even though there's no reason for us to do so, I don't care. Because we have Sumptorium, and that's all that we need for this. Soul Heart here, we get damage as well. Oh boy. Over 11 damage. And yeah, neither one of those I want. Gemini is kind of annoying. I guess we'll take Little Chest. We'll buy Nun's Habit here. We're lowering our damage a little bit before Hush, but it's not going to matter. Spoiler alert, it's not going to matter. Although I will say that Hush is very, very bad for Sumptorium just because of how easy it is for him to destroy the little Claudies. But with Eye of Belial, I feel comfortable enough to just nuke him. Try to keep the Claudies alive the best I can. And we just lost 3 of them. There we go. Need more of that. We need more Thame procs on Hushy. There we go. There we go. Pile them up. Pile up those Thame procs. We lost all of our Claudies. Gaining him back though. This is a wild continuum phase right here. There we go. No big deal at all. And we can just rebuild. I know that we only have probably 1 or 2 soul hearts left, but who cares? When we got Sumptorium, it really does not matter. I know that it sounds like I'm talking hubris right now, but if this is the first time you're seeing my channel and you've never seen this item before, yeah. Is this Sinvicta's favorite item in the game? It might be. It's hard for me to top Brimstone, but I will say that Sumptorium, whenever I see Sumptorium, it just makes me happy. It's an instant mood boost. Find someone who looks at you like Sinvicta looks at Sumptorium. One of the best comments on, I used to watch Pawn Stars a lot. And I still watch clips from time to time on YouTube, but someone said, find someone who makes you laugh like Rick Harrison makes Rick Harrison laugh. You know, he's always doing that. It's the same thing with like Jimmy Fallon, like that fake nervous, like giggle laugh thing that they do. You know what I'm talking about. I will say, now that I've gotten into coins, you know, going back and looking at going back and watching some old Pawn Star clips of them where they actually had like legit, like super valuable coins, I got a new appreciation for them. Like the guy who supposedly won like a double eagle, or it was like a steel penny in a poker game or something like that, and he was trying to get 20,000 for it. He ended up getting, I think he ended up getting like 80,000 for that. It's like, good Lord, man. I mean, I love Pokemon cards and Star Wars cards, don't get me wrong, but you ain't gonna find an $80,000 Pokemon card. You're not gonna find an $80,000 Star Wars card. I hate to break it to you. Coins have been really cool, man. It's nerdy, I know, but I don't care. I am a nerd. Let's list Damocles. Use this freaking Shadow. No, we cannot take Forget Me Now, because I'm not going to give up Sumptorium. But here we go. Lamb on 1 HP. Don't make me laugh. Second seed, Quebec, Sierra, Quebec 4, 6, 7, Foxtrot 3. My goodness. You know it's a good day. We can start the day off with a Sumptorium run. Binding of Isaac. We got Damocles now. We're still looking for Guppy. Don't know if we'll actually ever find Guppy, but it is what it is. And we get Monster Manuel, as well as the Steel Plate. So the only bad thing here is that we've lost our red hearts, and that is a little counterintuitive when it comes to Sumptorium. It's a small price to pay, though. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could just off Isaac and take our Soul Heart Claudies, but right now we've got enough damage to where I don't need to do that. But if you really want to min-max a Sumptorium run, then it is advised that you do not get rid of all of your red hearts, because you do need a way. You need a very, unless you have like just an amazing amount of HP regeneration with soul hearts or something like that, it doesn't. You're not able to use Sumptorium to its fullest potential. Sure, might be here. If you're wondering where that second bomb came from, it's from Blasting Cat, by the way. We will not be taking, because Pinky Eyes was better. And we do get one of our red hearts back, thankfully, so we can start doing that. And we're going to just continue to build up our Claudie gang here. The Death's List is going to be a little ineffective. Obviously, with Sumptorium, it's going to be very, very... I would even say it's going to be impossible for us to control where our shots are going to be ultimately going. But that's a small inconvenient price to pay for what is undoubtedly, you know, one of the strongest space pro items in all of Isaac. Not even active items, just total. This is one of those times where just because the strength of the item completely supersedes the idea of controlling your outgoing damage. This is one of those times because it really doesn't matter, just because it's such an overwhelming amount of power. You know what? I'm gonna say, yeah, we still could use Guppy. Honestly, Succubus doesn't do much for us here. Still gonna take it, but like I don't really want to. Of course, I took Dark Matter because I wanted to get a just more damage. Our damage is one of the things that's not like, I wouldn't say that's not important on this run, but it's less important than other runs usually at this time. You know, because right now we'd be talking about, oh, we need a tears up, oh, we need a movement speed up, you know, that sort of thing. But here, we don't care about any of that. And we're also getting the boosted damage there from the Purity Aura. You also just heard Placenta go off as well, so regen a little bit there. Hey, we gained something. I think it was range. So trying to find the item room, of course. Damocles, by the way, is going to make all item pedestals be double until we die. And when we take damage, when we inevitably take damage, which I don't think we have yet, but when we do, it's going to begin like an internal countdown. And basically, once we take damage while we have Damocles, it has a very small chance, a very real chance to drop and kill Isaac immediately. And there's very little ways to mitigate that. Crackjack's here. This is going to be our spun as well. And we are just... Even if we don't get Guppy, we don't even need Guppy. But just imagine if we did have Guppy. You actually get into the boss trap room here, and it's going to be another double item pedestal, of course. Carrion Queen had no chance there. Again, we're just continually charging our Sumptorium charges. I think we're actually capped right now. The shot speed alone is over 2, and that's like kind of ridiculous. Save 2 keys, I guess. I'll take Astral Projection, even though I don't really care for the item. Get all the money here, too. We just regen another half heart, so it's just even more Claudies for us. And that'll lead to today's question of the episode. Where does Sumptorium rank on your personal ranking of items? Is it S rank? Is it A rank? Is it boring rank? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Got another 73+% deal with the devil, as to, I guess, to be expected by now. But I'd love to know. I really would. I'd love to know if people have the same outlook and the same opinion of Sumptorium. Because when I see Sumptorium, you know I just get happy. It just makes me feel all kinds of happy. And I feel like not enough people have probably unlocked the item yet to really, truly understand how powerful it is. But hopefully you can, I mean, you can gauge the power of it just by these videos, because you know that if I see Sumptorium, I'm taking Sumptorium. That is just what happens. That's the question of the day. Where does Sumptorium rank in your personal rankings of Isaac items? Is it too good? Is it just right? Does it bring out the Pog in everybody? Brings out the Pog in me, that's for sure. Doesn't really matter if we spend a whole lot of money here, just because, like, I mean, we've got so many options. Wow, we got paper. We have so many ways and so many options of dealing damage here that even if we lose all of our money equals power money, we're still dealing astronomical amounts of damage. Gonna be Bookworm here. And we still don't care about Kane's Other Eye, but I guess I will take it just because it has been, I guess it has been improved somewhat. Latchkey along with Booster Pack. Booster Pack is super awesome. Wow, 2 Queen of Hearts. Imagine the Sumptoriums that we could create out of that. Oh my Gertie. Oh my Gertie.
Temperance.
Yeah, gave us another item pedestal. That's what I was kind of hoping. Marbles. I will take Spike Immunity. Now, am I going to wait here and use Sumptorium for all this? No, I'm not going to do that. Demon Baby gives us Conjoined, however. And, I mean, it's just domination. Like, it's just pure, utter domination station. Good luck, Chubb. Of course, Humbling Bundle is also kind of an unsung hero here with this amazing synergy that we've got. Sumptorium and literally anything else, because we're getting those double red hearts. So whenever a red heart does spawn, it has a good chance of being doubled, which is just laughable, because if we do happen to lose If we do happen to lose a couple of Claudies, who cares? And I legit think that we haven't been hit yet since getting Damocles. I'm pretty sure that we have not actually taken any damage since getting Damocles. Wait, what? How have we somehow not gone in the right direction? Oh, I missed a door down here. That's why. I was going to say, we've been everywhere. I know that we passed the Tinted Skull. I don't really care. Like, oh no, we have to do boss rush again. If there's something worthy of a boss rush material in there. Okay, apparently we did take damage. I don't remember taking damage, but apparently we did. Mom's Perfume, it does break the tears cap. All right, time to build the clock game back up. Clock gang, unite. Like, we're actually getting more powerful the longer that this boss rush goes on. Because the game just keeps dropping red hearts, and that's just not a good idea. Great for us, bad for the game. Also, I just now realized that I didn't have to use that chariot card because we have the spikes. We have the callus, but it doesn't matter. All right, there goes boss rush, and wow, we get Capricorn as well. Oh, mama. Capricorn is gonna break the tears cap even further than Purity and Mom's Perfume can go. And that also gives us another very important HP upgrade. I predict that I personally think that a lot of people are going to rank Sumptorium probably the same level that I've ranked it. Oh, wow. Maggie's Faith is so big for this. And that's not because, like, I think that, like... That's not because, like, I think that people are just going to automatically agree with me, but I think that it does have a little bit to do with the whole influence type thing. And hopefully you're making your own judgments about everything. But I think that we've proven time and time again that when Sumptorium comes up, it's just over for the game. Like, it's just 100% over. You put Sumptorium in the hands of a player like me, and you just have no hope to win game. There's just none. We have not gotten a Guppy item since getting our first, so it's good. Gonna hold off on Sumptorium for now because I definitely want to build up some Red Heart upgrades. Help it. Maggie's Faith cooked for a little bit. we've lost most of our Sumptorium Claudies, and that's okay. As you can see, it doesn't really matter as long as we have one or two of them. There we go. I'm comfortable with 3 HP to start building back our Clot gang. Clotty gang, Clotty gang. I have a feeling he's probably... Something is telling me that Isaac is going to be to the northeast here. I don't know what it is. So I have no idea what just happened there. I'd be wrong. It was just gas. Hangman. Surprisingly, we didn't come across anything that gave us flying in this entire run. Like, I don't know, maybe a Guppy transformation would have been cool. Now, we don't have Damocles anymore, so this doesn't really matter. Again, you're seeing how important getting those red heart upgrades are if you have Sumptorium, and just fueling your army. We want to go back and grab any red hearts that we can. Where one falls, 2 more shall be spawned. Honestly, I'm even surprised that Isaac got an attack off that quickly. But man, oh man, what a fantastic run it's been. You've been having fun on this run, everybody. Make sure you're clicking the like button. Leave a comment down below. And tell me which one of your... Sure, why not? Tell me which one of your... where does your rankings go for Sumptorium? You love it? You hate it? Embrace it? I would love to hear. This is just getting out of hand now. With Haemolacria, the tier height on Haemolacria is actually traveling through. Oh god, it's actually traveling through other rooms. Yep, that is quite the tier height. So thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you click that like button. Let's get the like streak back up and running here as we make our way to 3,000 likes plus. And remember, if we get to extra bonus likes there for the 6,000, 9,000 likes, we'll definitely tally them on the like streak counter. And again, I hope you have a great start to your Thursday and looking forward to Friday and the weekend. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Arasim and Derplop. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Sinvicta.